of the approval for reinstatement of disengaged staff of the State House of Assembly at the Committee of the Whole House. Item 3 is a motion calling on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration. Item 4 is the screening of commissioner nominees, starting with Bullet A, Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun Franklin, B, Chief Folonsho Olabode, C, Mr. Adebayo Gold Adeshola, D, Chief Mrs. Tosin Aloko, E, Mrs. Beju Babafemi, F, Professor Patrick Tedela, G, Mr. Awe Abimbola Oluwafemi, H, Mr. Fashai Kaude Omotayo. While the last item, which is item 5, is adjournment.
Thank you very much. Item 5 is the adjournment. Now, leader of the house, can you just take the first, can you take us through the first item?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Thanks once again, my dear colleagues. The first item is report of the ad hoc committee on a petition written by Ilukuo community against Mr. Ayoawe, the chairman of Irede LCDA. This report is being taken by the chairman of that ad hoc committee, who is in the person of Honorable Alaja Miriam Ogunlade. Right, Honourable Speaker, you may direct her to take her report.
Yes, Honorable Alaja Miriam Ogunlade, please take your report. Yes. Alaja, just 1 minute. What is the order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's just an observation on this item 1 on the order of the day. We need the clarification on this. Is it Ilukuno committee or Ilukuno community? Ilukuno. So that has to be clarified.
That is Ilukuno now.
It is written Ilukuno committee.
Oh, committee. All right. You should have asked for the amendment. What is your prayer? You are only asking me a question.
Yes,
can I answer your question?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker. After that clarification, then I proceed to seek an amendment to this item 1 on the order of the day.
To read?
To read Ilukuno community.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Without wasting time, please, on the other paper, change committee after Ilukuno to community. I think that's all it. Thank you. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The high service. Now, Alaja.
Thank you, the Right Honourable Speaker, sir. Distinguished colleagues. Our former leaders here present, members at the...
Alaja, are they former leaders?
Sir?
You say former leaders?
Our leaders. I mean those...
Former members.
Former members.
When you say former leaders, it means that former their leadership members. Is in the past.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Alaja Miriam Bimbola Ogunlade. I represent Emure constituency. I rise this morning to present a report of the ad hoc committee on a petition written by Ilokuno community against Mr. Ayoawe, the chairman of Irede Local Council Development Area, Ijero Local Government. Preamble. On December 16, 2024, the House received a petition from Ilokuno community. The petition titled Ill Treatment and Ungodly Act of Mr. Ayoawe, the chairman Irede Council Development Area against Ilokuno Ekiti, Ilokuno community in Ijero local government, was signed by the Regent Chief Obabi Olorun, the Odofin of Ilokuno Ekiti, and others on behalf of the community. In response, another committee was constituted by the Right Honourable Speaker to investigate the allegations leveled against Mr. Ayoawe and to report back to this Honourable House with a view to resolving the problem amicably. 2. Methodology. The committee commenced its investigation on Monday, May 12, 2025. Sir.
Findings
Okay,
and
sir.
your recommendations.
Findings and observations. At the interface, the committee observed the following. 1. The local community played a significant role in the agitation for the creation of Irede Local Council Development Area, SCDA, which comprises Ipoti, Iloko, Ejinyan, and Owatedo in Ijero local government area of Ekiti State. 2. Since the establishment of the SCDA, the constituent communities have enjoyed excellent mutual relationship and relative peace. 3. The predecessors of Mr. Ayoawe was ensured that the people of the local community and others benefited from the dividend of democracy. 4. The local community voted en masse for Mr. Ayoawe in the last local government election in December 2023. Yet, the community has subsequently been denied the benefits associated with its office. 5. Under the chairmanship of Mr. Ayoawe, the Irede SCDA has allegedly refused to acknowledge Iloko as a part of the SCDA as established by the extant law of the Ekiti State House of Assembly. Several alleged retrogressive moves were made by Mr. Ayoawe regarding the provision of democratic dividends to the local community. 6. Mr. Ayoawe based his action on the premise that the local force under Ekameta ward in Ijero local government as stipulated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He argues that, as such, the local community has no right to claim any privilege or benefit associated with the Irede SCDA. The belief allegedly prompted Mr. Awe to instruct the electoral officer in charge of the chairmanship election conducted by SEC in December 2023 to disenfranchise the people of a local community by rendering their votes invalid. 7. Furthermore, Mr. Awe allegedly instructed the tax officers in Irede SCDA to reject taxes paid by the local community, which could have otherwise boosted the internally generated revenue for the shared prosperity and economic growth of Irede SCDA in Ekiti State at large. 8. Mr. Ayoawe concurred with the petitioners' claim of total denial of their rights and privileges, maintaining his belief that the local force under Ekameta ward and cannot be recognized as part of the Irede SCDA. Prayer of the petitioners. The petitioner prayed the House for the following. 1. That the local community be recognized as a member of Irede SCDA as established by the extant law of Ekiti State House of Assembly. 2. That Mr. Ayoawe should cease the act of infringement on the rights and privileges of the people of a local community. 3. That the hard-earned tax paid by the community be collected by the tax officers along with other taxes in the Irede Local Council Development Area. 4. That the votes of the people of a local be counted in all subsequent elections. Recommendations. Based on the findings and observations above, the committee hereby recommends as follows. That a local community is a bona fide member of Irede Local Council Development Area as recognized by the extant law of the Ekiti State House of Assembly. 2. That all pending entitlements of the people of a local community be released to them without further delay. 3. That Mr. Ayoawe, the executive chairman of Irede Local Council Development Area, has no power to take the law into his own hands by denying the community their rights and privileges. 4. that the rejection of taxes and the disenfranchisement of the local community constitutes an abuse of power which is punishable under the law. 5, that the chairman should be mandated to inform and reorientate his tax officers to immediately set machinery in motion for the collection of taxes from a local community. That the House should mandate the chairman to ensure that the vote of the people of a local counts in all subsequent elections. Appreciation. The committee appreciates the House under the leadership of the Right Honourable Speaker and other parliamentarians for the opportunity provided to serve in this capacity. Committee members: Honourable Alaja Mariam Ogunlade, Chairman; Honourable Femi Fatunla, Vice Chairman; Honourable Odebumi Idowu, Member; Honourable Abimbola Solanke, Member; Honourable Babatunde Omotayo, Member; Mr. Adeyeye Maswe, Clerk of the committee. Thank you, sir.
Yes, come and lay it. Yes, Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Permit me to appreciate the chairman of this ad hoc committee for the job they have done, and also to inform the House that this report, as presented by the chairman of the ad hoc committee, that I move a motion that the House adopt this document as a working document for further consideration. I so move.
Any seconder? Yes, Honourable Idowu Odebumi.
The speaking Speaker of the State House of Assembly, distinguished Honourable Self Idowu Odebumi, representing the good people of Oyo Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to second the motion being moved by the leader of the House that the report of ad hoc committee on petition written by a local community against Mr. Ayo Awe, the chairman of Ijero local government, be adopted as a working document of this honorable House.
Those in favor that this House adopt this report of the ad hoc committee on the petition written by a local community against Mr. Ayo, the chairman of the local government development area, as a working document of this House, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. And the report is committed to the committee of the House. House Committee on Rules and Business, please schedule this for another business day for consideration. Thank you. Leader of the House, can you take the next item on the agenda on the order of the day?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. The next item on the order is further consideration of the report of the Committee on Public Service Matters, Estab, Labour, and Human Capital Development. To achieve this, the House will need to dissolve the Committee of the Whole. I will need your guidance, Right Honourable Speaker, to further progress on this matter.
Yeah, thank you very much. The matter is actually slated for consideration by the committee of the whole House, but looking at the exigency of the screening that is ongoing, I will refer this matter for consideration at the executive session. So, those in favor that will refer this consideration of the Committee of Public Service Matter, Establishment, Labours, and Human Capital Development on the appeal against the implementation of the approval for restatement of disengaged staff of the State House of Assembly from Committee of the House to the executive session. Those in favor, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. So the matter is referred to the executive session for deliberation. I will lead the House on a date for the executive session to consider this. Now, Leader of the House, can you take the next item?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The next item, dear colleagues, the next item on our order of the day is items 3. And that's a motion calling on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration. The mover of this motion is Honorable Oladele Ogushaki from Ekiti East 1. Mr. Speaker, you may direct him to seek the leave of this House for the presentation of his motion, sir.
Yes, Honorable Dele Ogushaki. Quickly move a motion to be granted a leave to move this motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Oladele Ogushaki. I represent the good people of Ekiti East Constituency 1. I rise this morning to move a motion for this Honorable House to be granted a leave to allow this motion to be.
Any seconder to that? Yes, Honorable Lateef Oluwole Akale. I must also restate for the opportune time that whatever you are witnessing here, this is just a temporary arrangement because of the ongoing renovation of our main chamber. We have to make use of this old chamber on a temporary basis. So particularly to those who are watching us online, that this chamber is just a temporary arrangement for now. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Lateef Oluwole Akale, representing Ekiti East 2. I rise to second the motion that we allow to be granted the relief to move the motion on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know whether your pad is on. You can hold your pad because I'm going to put a question, and those in favor that this House grant leave to honor you own it. There is a power button there. This House grants leave to Honorable Dele Ogushaki to move his motion on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration. If your pad is working, press yes if you are in support. But you are against, press nay so that we can move on if you don't want the motion to be moved at all. Yes? No? Look at the power button down and press. Mine is working already. But next time when you put this on the table, you on the pad. Voting has commenced. I will not vote unless there is a tie. Okay. Results. 14 people voted yes. None say nay. Some people didn't vote at all. The yes have it. Honorable Ogushakin, please move your motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Oladele Ogushakin. I represent the good people of Ekiti East Constituency 1. I rise this morning to move a motion on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omu Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, there's a need for urgent public importance on behalf of the good people of Omu Ekiti regarding the increasing security concern in our community and the dire need for a military presence to safeguard lives, property, and the socio-economic stability of our region. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, there's a growing sense of fear and oppression within Omu and her adjoining community due to the noticeable increase in suspicious activities around our forests and boundary areas. Our people have expressed their new concerns about privileged vulnerabilities that endanger peaceful coexistence and freedom of movement in that area. There has been a significant influence of herdsmen occupying deep forest area, particularly location where Omo share boundaries with community in Kogi and Ondo states. These forests, being landly mountainous, thick, and inaccessible, have become a host to several Fulani encampments with wide-stretching cattle routes that traverse the entire area. The boundary shares by Omo with Oyin, Eriti, Okiagwe, and Negashi, all in Ondo State, constitute that what security experts would refer to as ungoverned space. This area, largely unmonitored and poorly accessible, presents a serious risk of exploitation by criminal elements, kidnappers, bandits, and potential terrorist groups. The Omo-Ikare Federal Highway, a major transport corridor linking Ondo and Ekiti State, remain without any form of military checkpoint or permanent security presence. This leaves the thousands of commuters, traders, farmers, and residents vulnerable to highway attack, kidnapping, and banditry. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the presence of a military base or checkpoint in Omo will serve as a strong deterrent to criminal elements who may wish to infiltrate or exploit the terrain. More importantly, it will restore more confidence in the mind of the citizens and assure them that the government is proactive and fully committed to their safety as usual. To underscore the seriousness of this situation, the president of Omo's Development Union, in the person of retired DCN Kayode J. Fanola, MMI, personally engaged the security advisor to His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji as the governor of Ekiti State and the commanding officer of the 148th Battalion of Nigerian Army, which facilitated an advanced assessment mission to Omu Ekiti. The military officially conducted an on-site assessment and identified a suitable location for the establishment of military-based checkpoint. The Nigerian Army has expressed willingness to deploy personnel and an operational vehicle, provided that the community and the state government supply additional logistics required for takeoff. The on-site assessment by the military officers identified a location with the old Chrono construction site at kilometer 2 along Omo-Ikare Road, consisting of a 9-room structure which convenience is strategically positioned but require extension, renovation, environmental clearing, illumination, and installation of essential safety items. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, given the concerning security dynamics in the region and the strategic importance of Omo as a boundary community and commercial hub, this honorable House must lend a strong voice to this matter as pressing public safety. Prayer. In the light of the foregoing, I respectfully urge this honorable House to resolve as follows. Call on His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, to approve and facilitate the establishment of military checkpoint base in Omo, as recommended by the Nigerian Army, considering the strategic importance of the area to the security of the state. mandate the Ministry of Works and Ministry of Infrastructure and Public Utilities to conduct necessary assessment and support renovation works at the identified site to ensure it meets the operational needs of the ministry. Number 3, urge the Nigerian Army to expedite administrative process and coordinate the logistics required for the swift deployment of personnel and security assets to the proposed base. 4, direct the House Committee on Security to undertake an oversight to visit to Omu Ekiti to assess the situation firsthand and report back to the House within recommendation of 2 weeks. Appeal to the federal government and the Nigerian Army Authority to support this initiative by granting formal approval to the permanent deployment of troops to Omu. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this motion is not only timely, it is essential to prevent avoidable attack, protect our boundary communities, and assure our citizens that the government stands firmly as their shield. I so move. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, I will take the seconder of this motion, and the further debate on it will be adjourned to another business session of the House. But let me just take the seconder to speak to the debate. Yes, Honorable Oluwole Akale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Lateef Oluwole Akanle, representing Ekiti East 2. Mr. Speaker, the biting of a scorching sun does not need special introduction. It is a known fact that banditry has taken over most parts of the country, and particularly our neighboring state, which is Kogi State. Ekiti East is the gateway to Southwest. We are sharing boundary with the Kogi State from the eastern part of the state. Recently, we had incidents of kidnapping and banditry in Kogi State, Isolu Mokutu, which is the next local government to Ekiti East local government. So we are just praying that by the special grace of God, with the strategic location of the military checkpoint, although we have a presence of military checkpoint in Omo Ekiti, but it will be further, the security of the state will be further enhanced if this can be extended to the route that goes to Ondo State. That is the specific location which Honorable Dele Ogunshakin has just mentioned in the motion that he just moved. So I adopted in total the motion presented by my other colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much. Like I said, further debate on this motion will be slated to another date so that we can go straight to the screening exercise. So, Leader of the House, schedule this. The Chairman of Rules and Business and members of Rules and Business, let's reschedule further debate on this motion, this particular motion, to the next adjourned date. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The motion, further debate on the motion on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration is hereby stand down till the next legislative day. Thank you. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. The next item on our order of the day is item 4, and that's screening of commissioner nominees. In view of this, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to move a motion that this House allows the commissioner nominees to be admitted into this hallowed chamber, to be seen and be heard, one after another, as I list, therefore: A. Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun Franklin. B. Chief Folorunso Olabode. C. Mr. Adebayo Gold Adeshola. D. Chief Mrs. Tosin Aloko. E. Mrs. Peju Babafemi. F. Professor Patrick Tedela. G. Mr. Awe Abimbola Oluwafemi. And last but not the least, H. Mr. Fashai Kaude Omotayo. I so move.
Any seconder? Yes, Honorable Iyabo Fakunle Okeme.
The Right Honorable Speaker,
distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Barrister Yabo Fakunle Okeme, and I represent the good people of Ilejemeje constituency. I rise this afternoon to second the motion as moved by the leader of government business that the commissioner nominees, as he has read out, be admitted into this hallowed chamber to commence their screening exercise. I so second.
To be admitted into this house one after the other?
One after the other.
Thank you very much. On that note, I put the question that those in favor that the following commissioner nominees, Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun Franklin, Chief Folorunsho Olabode, Mr. Adebayo Good Adesola, Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko, Mrs. Peju Babafemi, Professor Patrick Tedela, Mr. Awe Abimbola Oluwafemi, and Mr. Fashai Kayode Omotayo be admitted into this house, one after the other, for the purpose of their screening. If those in favor, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, Sergeant Atam, can you bring in Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun Franklin? Yes, Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, we have before us one of the commissioner nominees. That's in the person of Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun Franklin. Right Honorable Speaker, I hand him over to you for further considerations.
Well, thank you very much. Dear colleagues, here before us this afternoon is Right Honorable Taiwo Franklin Olatubosun yes. And as you all are aware, is a one-time member of this house, and not just a member of this house, but a former deputy speaker of this house. Also, you are aware that Right Honorable Olatubosun had earlier been screened by this house, and he was subsequently appointed or sworn in as a commissioner in the last, not last administration, under this administration. And he went on a break, but just for a few days, because he also came back to the cabinet as a special advisor, but now being renominated as commissioner to continue to serve in the cabinet. And you all are aware that there are rights and privileges that a former member of this house enjoys. And that privilege is for them to take a bow and go. The only thing is, because we screened him the last time, probably based on that, we don't need him to tell us his name anymore. We know him. We don't need him to tell us his academic qualification. We know that. We don't need him to tell us his former portfolio. We know. We only need him. And just for people of Ekiti State who are willing to tell the people what he was able to do in the last office before this appointment. Not even just for the people to know, so that at least that will justify that not just the take and buy alone, but he is fit and proper. I think that is okay. Thank you. Right, Honorable Fakni Olatibosun, you need no further introduction. Just tell us, like the last administration, I did this, and sir, you take a bow and go after that. No question to you.
Distinguished Right Honorable Speaker of Ekiti State House of Assembly, the principal officers and other respectable members of Ekiti State House of Assembly, let me appreciate you once again and for another time that I have this rare privilege of being considered to come before you. And let me quickly add by appreciating you for the good and kind submissions of Mr. Speaker regarding my personality. Let me also quickly congratulate you that you have continued to make us proud. For so many reasons. As one of you that haven't passed through this place, I'm always very proud. I mean, not necessarily, like I always tell Mr. Speaker, I agree with some of our individual approach or the way we do things as politicians. But the truth of the matter is that I say it to you always that we are proud of you, your leadership and your members. You have set some records. Because it's part of the achievement we must talk about too. It's part of my job to articulate those things that we are doing very wonderfully well. I was privileged to have been part of your 2-year anniversary. And I know you have done a lot more after. But what I calculated that I want to say here today is that as part of the achievement of the present House of Assembly, in ensuring that we deliver to our people, this present assembly have done excellently well in those 3 major areas that we believe as parliamentarians, as legislators, as representatives of the people. In representation, in lawmaking, and in oversight. But let me, without wasting time, go to that particular area that interests me. During the 2 years anniversary, the 2 years anniversary will mean 24 months. And we indicate 52 months in 2 times. That would be 104 months. I realized that when I look at the achievement, when I went through it, I realized it's like you make one law almost every month, which was 24 that I noticed that day. And I also noticed that you pass 52 resolutions, which is showing that you take an average of just 2 weeks or thereabout to pass one resolution. Very fantastic, very historic, record-making, and that one can boast of anywhere. And as a mouthpiece of government, as one person that has been appointed to talk about the activities of government, I cannot but always talk about the activities of the House of Assembly. Mr. Speaker, thanks for making us proud again. I've said it, and our job as the coordinator of the Ministry of Information is to collect, to coordinate, to manage, to publicize and amplify the activities, policy, and programs of government. Speak about the success stories as it affects the people generally. And what we have done as a ministry, when I resumed there, what I have done, I don't want to be here to talk good of what I have done alone, alongside my people. We realize that we have to rejig the ministry. That's the first thing. And that is after moving around to see His Excellency and asking. He directed me to go and see a particular person. And I went to that person to take records, factual records of activities of government at its effect where we spend the resources of Ekiti. And that is the person that has the privilege to be here yesterday, the commissioner designates. Your body. Agbakin, so to speak. And I listened to him, very loosely. It's very important that we must set records straight. And having done that, I took step by step, because what I have to talk about should be very, very straightforward. And should matter, not just sometimes what we read on social media. It must be that, oh, this is what we have spent the resources. So we did a rejig. I reorganized the structure of the place. I did some changes in terms of who manages and manage that, in line with my own vision and the expectation that I won't be there once. I know reasonably people that were working there. I was there like 17, 18 years ago, and I brought that experience to bear. And we did that. 2, I listened to all sectors and ensure that I take proper records of the place. And I came up with my executive brief to Mr. Governor, setting my own agenda in line with the 6-point agenda of Mr. Governor. And thereafter, I got necessary approval and we set things in motion. But one thing that is very unique that I have to say here is that we did not start by saying we need money for this, we need money for that. For just 1 month or thereabout, to practice, to test, to put into action some of the things we set in our own little way. And we're able to ensure that we're able to get different results from our showing that leadership is very, very important. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, within 1 week that I resumed, I met the governor of the state, and I discussed about the website of the state, particularly with the way it has been managed. It will shock you to note that as ministry, before my coming around, it was not the ministry that was in charge of managing and monitoring of the state website. Mr. Governor, I can tell you today, Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, sorry for the, God will answer our prayer. Mr. Speaker, I can tell you today that we manage and we monitor the activities on our website. We are not there yet, but we are doing a lot there. 2, for the first time, I opened a website for Ministry of Information. The reason for this is that we really need a day-to-day real-time information and news of programs from various ministries, agencies, and departments. It's not every information we have from all ministries on a daily basis we can push on the state website. So we had to open that. And we followed with opening other digital handles, Facebook, X handle, LinkedIn, Instagram, and the likes, just like we are managing that of the state alongside that one. Mr. Speaker, sir, today, I'm sure our people can see at mere click of the Ministry of Information, you are sure to get daily bulletin news, which we used to print in those days when I was there as commissioner. Also, because I believe the welfare and well-being of our people, very, very important. and we are still on it. We decided to listen to the local personnel, the personnel within the ministry, about their needs, the way bill allowance they have been asking for. We put up a necessary paper to the appropriate authority. In fact, when I routed the paper to the governor, I was advised that the letter should be sent to the head of service, who is directly in charge of the personnel in the state. We did that, and it's receiving attentions, I can tell you. Also, we do not stop at that. Today, Mr. Speaker, I can proudly say, for the first time, because it has been our dream, that an information officer of high repute with experience should be permanent secretary. Because I look at all other professions, and we started ensuring that we write to the appropriate authority for training and retraining. Of course, we have people that are very cerebral, professional in their calling, but they have never been opportune to get to the level where they can participate in the interview and exams to become permanent secretary. Of course, this is a good record that Mr. Governor has afforded us. Today, I can tell you, in the last exam and interview, we have some of our officers that have participated in that. I'm talking about this because to get the best out of our public service officers, you need motivation. You need things that will make them to want to reach the peak of their career. And somebody must be there to drive it, even though it is not political. But we are doing internally to ensure that we grow them. We make them to be able to compete favorably with any of their officers in any agency or department. I am talking about this because it is very, very important. Mr. Speaker, sir, today we have in all ministries and MDAs, our officers, information officers, represented there to pick news as it is happening. And of course, we have created some other units to ensure that we're able to do our work very well. I supervise, our ministry supervise BSCS. It is important that I say this.
That is that not under your ministry or supervision? I mean,
we supervise BSCS and printing press. Let me talk about printing press first. I have this strong belief that government don't have business in business, and I carry that into that ministry. I was in the ministry, like I said before, that we had a printing press that all their equipment are obsolete. And in the course of my own advice, which Mr. Governor can decide, I believe we should allow people who are professional calling in that, particularly in Ekiti, to create jobs for other people. I advised. But the reform there is ongoing about that. But BSCS, one unique thing we have done in BSCS, along other things we have done, is that for the first time in the history of Ekiti, having BSCS for over 20 years, the place was not connected with the national grid. It is under this present administration that we connect that place to national grid. They are having uninterrupted electricity. We have not only done that, His Excellency has graciously also approved that the place should be connected with IPP. That has helped the transmission process of that place. And rejigging, equipping, retooling, and reorganization of the place is ongoing. I can confidently tell you that.
Well, thank you very much. Like I said,
Mr. Speaker, finally. Well, because my job, Mr. Speaker, is to amplify government programs. And it is important that I speak on this.
I will just take that one finally. You know, because you are all, Right Honorable was once a presiding officer. And you understand that once that is said, but as I will just give you that opportunity as a one-time presiding officer to state the last one thing you want to state.
Mr. Speaker, I am privileged to be before this august body. And it is important to establish it here that our government, your government, our government, we have performed excellently well. We have delivered all the promises we made during election, and we are still counting. This is achievable because of the quality, character, personality, ambience, mien of the person of the governor of Ekiti State. And it reflects in the house, like I said. Every society, every nation, every state, we have a benefit, a reward of the kind of leadership they choose for themselves. Whether good or bad, Ekiti has chosen to have Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, and he has done creditably well. And he's on a daily basis telling us that he's committed to continue to deploy God-given talent, manpower, sweat, resources, energy in ensuring we have the good for Ekiti. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Your last statement will also make me to say this, that it is often said that the growth of any organization lies in the effectiveness and efficiency of the leadership. And I think that is exactly what you have just said, that whatever we are witnessing in Ekiti State is as a result of the fact that we have a very good leader, and the leadership that is leading us well. You can have your ideas, and if the leader does not share it, then it dies. But once you have a leader who shares and who also believes in the growth, then he allows everybody to operate. Yes, like I said, Right Honorable Olatubosu, you have the privilege of not even saying anything, just take a bow. But I have done this because of our own government, for people to know that people that we are bringing on board are not just dondees. They are people who understood the shared prosperity agenda of Mr. Governor. They understand the 6 pillars agenda of Mr. Governor, and they are also working to ensure that this vision is realized and that Ekiti people are benefiting. Without any iota of doubt, you have shown that you know what you are doing. And I believe you yourself, you are happy that this question was put to you, and I know that there will not be any further question. So on that note, you will take a bow and go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Sergeant Atam, go and bring in Chief Folorunso Olabode. Ekiti West, what's going on? The 2 of you should approach the chair. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. We have before us this afternoon Chief Folorunsho Olabode, a commissioner nominee. And Right Honorable Speaker, I hand him over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. You are welcome, sir. Chief Folorunsho Bamidele Olabode. We have your CV with us, speaking to your profile, educational, political appointments, and other things. And it is also important to state that you have also appeared before this House not once, not twice. To me, I believe this is about the third time. Oh no, for those of us who have been here in the 6th Assembly, but for the 7th Assembly, this is the second time that you'll be appearing before this Honorable House. So it therefore means that if it is about your, okay, the 4th time, yes, 5th time before the House. So if it is about your person, sorry, if it's about your person, if it's about your educational qualification, if it is about, unless there are new things, unless there are other new things, particularly maybe you have acquired new education, there are new education acquirement, professional acquirement that you think we need to know. We will say that all those are judiciously noticed, and has become, of course, it has become notorious as far as this House is concerned, that your education background is notoriously noted. Already we know it. So all we will just do is that the last time we screened you, I recall that Mr. Governor particularly sent your name together with the portfolio that time, though this time it's not so. And I know that you are assigned the role of commissioner for local government and local government, sorry, not shiftancy. It's just for local government. And that role you perform up to the time the ESCO, I don't want to use the word dissolve, were asked to go on a break or sabbatical. Because looking at the list before me, I noticed that all members of that ESCO, commissioners, dissolved were returned. So you went on a sabbatical just for a period of time. So what we will need from you, sir, is just forget about introduction of yourself, like I said. This is Chief Bamidele Olabode standing before the House. Chief Olabode, Folorunsho, kindly just tell us what you have done as a commissioner for local government. I think that is what we need from you, and that is our whole screening for today. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members, and the former honorable members who are seated in the Chikalo chamber, the clerk of the House and the member of the gallery, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege and honor, like Mr. Speaker has said, I have the privilege and honor of appearing before the House for the 5th time. My first appearance was in year 2010, and to God be the glory, I've always been found very useful to serve my state. And in the process of being the state, for record purposes, so that we get it very clear. And like I said, my resume within the House will be, this will be the 5th time I'll be submitting my CV to you people. And there's no doubt about my educational qualification. And in the course of being the commissioner for local government, I've made to perform statutory functions that are delegated to us. And as you know, the running of local government under Governor Biodun Abayo Oyebanji is well commended because we have received award from the NOGE, National NOGE, taking Ekiti to be the only state in Nigeria whereby we have local government that is free of encumbrances, of interference from Mr. Governor. And I think Mr. Governor should be commended for this. And beyond that, in the course of assignment as former commissioner for local government, I have the privilege and honor of managing 38 local government chairmen and LCDs and all their approvers, because there's a baseline for what they can do. And on the strength of what they are doing is what will fall to Mr. Governor for concurrence. And this is just to regulate as set out by the House of Assembly, because the House of Assembly is given under the Constitution to supervise the local government. And this, I want to commend the House for the yeoman job you are doing within the local government, because I know regularly you always come around for oversight functions, and we work together along these lines to see that our local governments, they deliver accordingly. And in the course of my duty also, as the chairman of the JAC, which is constitutional, I preside over JAC, and as part of it, disbursements were made at the JAC meeting. And also, as commissioner, in the course of my duty, we were able to make procurement for security vehicles for all our non-conventional security outfits in the state. Also in the area of education, we provided educational instructional materials for primary schools all over the state. And for your information, I'm glad to inform you that local government is responsible for the payment of the SUBEB grant, SUBEB for Catapana Fund by the state. And this, we need to commend Mr. Governor for his creativity to see that we're able to assess our UBEC grant regularly. And this, we have been able to support them with funding from local government. And beside that, whatever the performance of the local government chairmen and various councils and LCDs at their various areas, we have been instrumental into the area of supervision, monitoring, to see that the approval given by Mr. Governor are well followed and well delivered accordingly. So without bothering you so much with some of our performances, which are known in general to some of you, and most especially to the Committee on Local Government Affairs, I still rest my case, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Maybe I will just take one member of the Committee on Local Government to ask any question, since is directly you oversight the local government. That is, if at all there is anybody that has any question. But in the absence of no question, in case there are no questions, I will call on Honorable. Is there a question? Is it a question? Then I call Honorable Yabo Fakule, who is a member representing Honorable Olabode, only for 2 minutes.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker, our performing speaker, for this great privilege. I have penned down what I want to, so that I will save time. My name is Honorable Barrister Yabo Fakunle Okeme, and I represent the good people of Ilejimeje constituency. I rise this afternoon to lend my voice in strong support of the nomination of Mr. Folorunso Olabode as Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, or maybe in any other capacity that Mr. Governor may deem fit. Over the past 2 years, Mr. Olabode has distinguished himself through exceptional administrative competence, unwavering dedication, and a result-driven approach to governance. His cordial and productive working relationship with local government chairmen across the state has significantly advanced the state government's vision of good governance,
transparency, and sustainable grassroots development. Today, we cannot attest to the numerous developmental projects visible across our various government areas. These achievements are a direct reflection of Mr. Olabode's strategic planning, effective coordination, and deep commitment to improving the lives of our people at the community level. And as the saying goes, sir, that nothing can be achieved in the absence of peace. It is also important to emphasize that the relative peace we enjoy today across many of our communities is tied to its consistent commitment to the security of lives and property, its proactive engagement, timely interventions, and support for local security structures that have helped stabilize and safeguard our rural areas. Furthermore, Mr. Olabode has consistently prioritized the welfare of local government staff and has shown genuine concern for the well-being of residents in our rural communities. His work ethic, leadership qualities, and passion for service leave no doubt about his readiness for continuing responsibility. And lastly, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, I must also state that Mr. Olabode is my adorable leader, a leader I cherish and respect deeply for his humility, his guidance, and exemplary leadership style. In light of his outstanding track record and exemplary service, I have no hesitation in supporting his nomination. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I heard that Mr. Folorunso Olabode be allowed to take a bow and leave. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am very, very grateful.
I hope you consider your prayer very well. To take a bow and leave shouldn't is not enough. Prayer, I think the most important prayer is omitted. Taking a bow, and of course, there is nobody that will come here that will not take a bow and go. Everybody will take a bow and go. But I think you should employ members to confirm this nominee. I think that is the most. Well, is that your prayer? She said that is her prayer, that our nomination be confirmed. I believe that there are no other questions, and on that note, may I call on Chief Folorunso Bamidele Olabode to take a bow and go. Confirmation will be done later. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Now we call on Sergeant at Arms to bring in Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko. Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko for our screening. Sorry, please, Mr. Adebayo Gold Adesola. Mr. Adebayo Gold Adesola. I believe before you are coming to this plenary today, you did some press up.
Right,
Leader of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker and my dear colleagues, good afternoon once again. Mr. Speaker, we have before us this afternoon Mr. Adebayo Gold Adeshola, a commissioner nominee. I hand him over to you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Mr. Adebayo Gold Adeshola, you are welcome once again. You will also recall that you once appeared before this honorable house and you were screened, and this house had your nomination confirmed, and subsequently you were sworn in as a commissioner in Ekiti State and to occupy a very sensitive and very important position, because anybody that is in the position of commissioner for youth, I believe that person holds a very sensitive position and a very important position, more so that one of the pillars of this government is youth inclusion and job creation. So it's one area that is very important. I would say that your personality, your academic credentials is no longer what we are looking for, but your performance. That period of time that you served as commissioner. How will you rate yourself? How will you, Mr. Adedayo Gold, how will you rate yourself? How will you rate your own performance as a commissioner for youth?
With the help of God and the support of His Excellency Governor Bioda Abayomi, and of course your support, this house, I will say we have done credibly well, sir.
So can you now tell us those things that you have done creditably well? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable members, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Speaker, please permit me to mention that my surname, wrongly spelled in your document, my surname is Adedayo. So my full names are Adedayo. Adesola.
Same mistake that was made the last time?
Yes, sir.
I think maybe you are supposed to be Adebayo that time. But don't worry, that will be adjusted.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I will start from when I assumed office as commissioner in 8 August 2023. I inherited a brand new ministry, and this is why some people refer to me as Pioneer Commissioner for Youth Development in Ekiti State. And so, upon assumption of office, we started...
What makes it a brand new?
The ministry used to be Ministry of Youth and Sports. But Mr. Governor removed sport portfolio, and now we have...
Does that not make it a brand new?
As I was told and briefed by His Excellency when I met him the first time.
I only asked, does that make it... If there has been a youth and sports, and youth was removed from sports, I mean sport was removed from youth, is that Ministry of Youth a brand new?
Like I said, Mr. Speaker.
Well, go ahead, don't worry. Let's leave the semantics out of it.
So we started with the Youth Let's Talk with BOW, a platform that allows government to communicate directly with the youth, and of course, the youth to ask from government their expectation and what is needed or required from government. Thereafter, we moved to inauguration of the 4th Ekiti Youth Parliament. It may interest you, Mr. Speaker, that I ran a ministry that also have a parliamentary arm as approved by you. I remember that you were present at the inauguration of the 4th Ekiti Youth Parliament. Then third that I want to mention is the creation of the Resource Stroke Job Center in the Ministry of Youth Development. The Resource Center is to help all of our youth in our respective local government so that activities of government as it concerns the youth will not focus only in Ado-Ekiti. So this allows all of our youth in our respective local government to approach our ministry because we always have information for their development. Then from that one, I'd like to talk about the subvention to youth and student organizations in Ekiti. Twice in a year, we process, facilitate, and disburse subventions to youth and student organizations for them to be able to run the activities of their organizations and association. Then from that one, I'd like to mention IDAP, Ekiti Digital Accelerated Program for 1,000 Ekiti youth. That program is still currently ongoing in the Ministry of Youth Development in Ekiti State. I'd like to go to organizing and facilitating leadership training opportunities for members of Ekiti Youth Parliament, both in Nigeria, here in Ado-Ekiti, and of course, in Ghana. That we have done twice since we have Zoom office. Then I also like to mention the review and approval of Ekiti Youth Policy. Ekiti Youth Policy is a document that speaks to the activities of Ekiti, how Ekiti youth can participate in policy making in Ekiti State. We always speak to the fact that we are no longer leaders of tomorrow, that we are leaders of today. And so our governor has made it possible for our youth to participate in policy making in Ekiti State. And this is contained in that document that is called Ekiti Youth Policy. I also like to mention our various efforts in the NYSC orientation camp in Iseorun. Apart from facilitating the committee, the Senate Committee on Youth in National Assembly, headed by Senator Yemi Adaramodu, to visit our camp, the orientation camp, to see how they can facilitate programs and activities and development activities in the camp. That visit alone gave birth to contribution and distribution of solar pole, about 40 solar pole to that camp, and of course purchase of chairs and tables for the use of our core members in Ekiti State. Various renovation exercises are also going on in the camp. Some time ago, I think it was about 6-7 months ago, that we commissioned about 90 units of toiletry facilities. I don't want to mention bathroom and toilet, but about 90 units of sanitary facilities, and the renovation is still currently ongoing.
Well, thank you very much, because I still have so many other people to come, and I think you have done justice to the question. The only thing I will say is that I don't know your relationship with the House Committee supervising you. It's also important for you to say something around it.
Okay. The last time I was here, I did mention that I understand the oversight function of this Halo Chamber. And so I know how important it is for me as a commissioner to relate with the chairman of my committee in the House. And Honorable Mido, aka Idea Luther, is one of our supporters. All that we have mentioned only possible because he supported us and is always present.
A bourgeoisie who still claiming to be among the masses. Continue to deceive yourself. They there.
He's always attending our programs. He's our supporter. He's our lover. And Ekiti youth are happy, and we are thankful for all your activities, for all that you are doing to support us. What you are doing to
Thank
support
you.
us.
Who are those? This is Halo Chamber. This is Halo Chamber. You don't do that here. You leave that after you must have left here. You can go and do that outside. Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Let me just say this. I don't know. Any question? comment. Question first before comment. Okay, I will just take two. Honorable Tunde, okay. Then Honorable Shulanke, 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing Ikere Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, it is important for me to make 1 or 2 comments about the commissioner nominee before us, particularly the way and manner he has managed the 4th Ekiti Youth Parliament. Several times, Mr. Speaker, the commissioner nominee before us contacted me to train members of the Youth Parliament, and also there was a particular time that
I said for free.
For free. Yes, for free. And also there was a time he also contacted me also to give lectures to Ekiti youth. I can say that he managed that ministry effectively from my own assessment. And
thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I will urge my colleagues to ensure the confirmation of the nominee before us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Shulanke. And make it very short and snappy too.
The Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Abimbola Shulanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1, where Mr. Adedayo Gold hail from. Mr. Speaker, without patronizing the House, I want to say 1 or 2 things about the commissioner nominee before us, that he has performed credibly well when he was commissioner for youths in Ekiti State. He has discharged his duty with all sense of responsibility. And I just want to plead to this House to confirm his nomination without further ado. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So you are not requesting that you should take a bow and go, but that House should confirm it. No, you are good. You are good. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that will be all for him. Honorable Idowu Odebumi, we will take you at another time. Yes, at another time. Haven't told us everything, so I don't need you to also stand again and begin to eulogize him. We have listened to you, and just wait for, Remember, the reason why we have allowed you to speak, because this will form the basis for consideration and justification for your confirmation. We will not do anybody any good if you will come here and say, take a bow and go. What will be the basis for or justification for the confirmation? So anybody that comes here will say, take a bow and go, and you are happy, you are on your own. But once you are able to bring to the table what you have done, your person, who you are, if you are new, I have done this, I have done that, and that will form basis for confirmation. Confirmation will be done at another date. In your absence, you won't be there. Member will take their decision based on your performance, based on your character, based on your personality, and also based on, yes, your relationship with the House. Those are very, very key, important yardsticks to judge your performance. We have to judge it, and confirmation will also be based on that. On that note, Mr. Adedayo, gold, wura, that everybody, gold. People are looking for gold. They never knew that a gold has also been nominated as commissioner, so that they can just take you and you understand. But please take a bow and go. Thank you, Mr. Adedayo. Good Adesola. Now, Sergeant Atan, can you bring in Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko? Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And my dear colleagues, I want to appreciate you once again. We have before us this afternoon for screening a commissioner nominee in the person of Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko. Mr. Speaker, you may direct her to introduce herself.
Well, dear colleagues, before us is also Chief Mrs. Tosin Aluko, who was here early, screened by this House, subsequently swearing by the governor of the state as the Commissioner for Environment. Funny enough, since the commencement of this screening, she is the first woman that will appear before this House. And you can, as you can see, she's elegantly dressed. And as a former commissioner who has also been nominated, we all know her. You know her name, you know her pedigree, you know her to be a former chairman of Ado local government who also won an award when she was the commissioner. And she's here. I think what we should do, so that people will know that this House, we are gender sensitive, at least as the first female to come before us. We will go and look at her credentials as presented to this House and her achievement as contained. I can see Dano Beans, I can see the management of waste bin, I can see everything that she has written. The Committee on Environment will now look at those things that she has contained in this CV presented and achievement presented before this House. And on that note, I will only ask, what is your name?
My name is Erelu Tosin Aluko Ajishafe, Mr. Speaker, sir.
What was your former portfolio?
I was a commissioner for environment and natural resources, Ekiti State.
I think she should go and take a bow and go. Take a bow and go. Thank you very much. Now I call on, Sergeant Atam, please bring in Mrs. Beju Babafemi.
I want to not drop the cross.
Honorable Awodiyi. You know, Honorable Awoni, you also understand what Orembete means. Thank you very much. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Once again this afternoon, we have another commissioner nominee in the front of this Honorable House, and that's in the person of Beju Babafemi. Right Honorable Speaker, hand over to you.
Well, thank you very much, dear colleagues. Once again, as you can recall, the nominee before us, Mrs. Olakpeju Babafemi, was once head of service in this state. And meritoriously, she served Ekiti State in the civil service for 35 years. And during that period, you will know that before a person can become head of service, she must have been director, permanent secretary, before becoming head of service. Meaning she actually served Ekiti meritoriously. But not only that, Mrs. Olakpeju Babafemi was screened at a stage by this 7th Assembly. And subsequently, she was sworn in as Commissioner for Women Affairs. And I believe she performed creditably well. If I may ask, will you say you performed creditably well?
Yes, you're right, Honorable Sir.
Can you just tell them like 3 things? Yeah, you did. As Commissioner then.
As Commissioner, Minister, thank you for this honor. Right Honorable Speaker, Principal Officers of the House of Assembly, other officers of the House of Assembly, it's a great honor to be here, and I appreciate the kind words of the Right Honorable Speaker. I stand here to say that I performed creditably well as the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development. One thing about social welfare service is that it has to do with working with others. You cannot do it alone. You need to work with others. So I ensured that, first of all, I had a robust relationship with the First Lady, who is the #1 woman in Ekiti State, working with her office vision and running with her vision. I also work with my staff. By the grace of God, I'm a great team leader. I'm able to mobilize the management staff, all the staff. I relate with them well, and I mentor them. And the third leg of the relationship is that the civil society organizations and the community at large. As Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, you have to relate with the women. So I ensure that I had a good relationship with the women, professional bodies, community leaders, the Oloris, and women, even including the spouses of House of Assembly members. And I use this opportunity to commend the spouses of House of Assembly members for the great work they are doing, and the female members of this hallowed chamber. So I had a robust relationship. So that helped us we've been able, in line with our mandate, to promote the well-being and development of women, children, and the less privileged. So in the last 3 years, by God's grace,
Mrs. Olakpeju Babafemi, dear colleagues, when you see a person who is fit and proper, you will see that not only in their presentation, but you will see it in their boldness, you will see it in their candor, you will see it in their men, you will see it in everything. And I think Mrs. Babafemi has exhibited all these. Do we need to bother? Thank you very much. Sayonara, bring in Professor Patrick Tedela. Yes, leader of the house.
Right Honorable Speaker, we have before us Professor Patrick Tedela. I hand him over to you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Professor Tedela. The last time, no, not the last time you were here, but you are here at a stage for an exercise like this, to be screened by this house as a commissioner. And this house found you worthy, screen, and confirm your nomination. Subsequently, you are appointed and sworn by the governor. So if it is about your profile, we can say we know you. If it's about your academic achievements, we can say we know you. The only area we would like you to speak to is your performance as commissioner when you are appointed. Please, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished members of the State House of Assembly, let me start by thanking you for this opportunity you have granted me to be before you once again to be screened upon my nomination as a commissioner in the state. Mr. Speaker, you will recall that I happened to be the pioneer commissioner in that ministry. And upon my assumption of duty, the first thing I do was to do a repositioning of the ministry by developing and deploying a clear vision and mission statement that guides our activity within that ministry. Mr. Speaker, you also recall that as a pioneer commissioner in that ministry, one major challenge that we faced was having a database for training of public civil servants in the state. And first thing that I did was to create a framework by which you can get the needs assessment of the various ministries. And what we did was to send circulars to all MDs with a pro forma of what we actually need that will enable us get their training needs and skill gaps in every ministry. We also review the existing training manuals and brochures of national and international training institutes in such a way that we can align our local needs with best global practices. And that gave us the comprehensive training need assessment for the public service in Ekiti State. Thereafter, from the training needs, we were able to prepare the working plan for year 2024 and 2025 that will guide the capacity development of civil servants in Ekiti State. And Mr. Speaker, sir, with the fund available to us, we've been able to facilitate 16 programs covering more than 1,000 civil service in different trainings, different workshops, and symposia. We didn't stop there as a ministry. We also felt that there's every point to actually determine the effect of those trainings on the civil servants in their workplace. So we created a monitoring and evaluation unit in the ministry that we collaborate with officers in different MDAs in order to find out whether the training has effect or whether those civil servants are deploying what they have learned in their respective workplaces. We have that. Shortly before we were asked to like Mr. Speaker said, go on sabbaticals. We were working on our training policy for Ekiti State. That one is still ongoing. And if I have the favor of this House, and I'm confirmed, we will go and conclude that aspect of getting a training policy for Ekiti State. Aside that, we are also planning certificate programs for low, middle, and high level for the public servant. We are trying that, and if I also have the grace of going back to that ministry, that one will be concluded. I want to thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, and distinguished members of the House of
Thank
Assembly.
you very much, Professor Tedela, for that. I would say, not that we don't have this before us, but for our people at home to be abreast of what you have done. And that is why I have to put that question so that you can say that. I don't know if there is anybody with any question. So on that note, okay, let's allow a member representing Ekiti Southwest to say one or two things. And please don't take your position as the leader of the House and take our time. 1 minute.
Thank you, Right Honorable. And my dear colleagues, thank you for this opportunity. I will remind you, Right Honorable Speaker, that some time ago, while Professor Patrick Tedela, before this House to be straight, you asked him a question, that he was coming from the academic sector here into the political and administrative sector, and that it's important it takes note of political activities at home. And you insisted that he must put a lot of attention to his political participation. I want to affirm to this House that the integration of Professor Tedela into the of the Southwest Conference, it has been fantastic and it has been super. He's a team player, is somebody who has a lot of respect for process, procedures, and is an active player in the delivery of the mandate of our governor in the Southwest Constituency 2. And I want this Honorable House to please give him a swift and fast confirmation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have heard you. When confirmation is done, we'll again consider what he has presented before us. Would not be biased against anyone, but we will be very objective in our consideration of everyone. And on that, we will take our final decision, which is going to be a collective decision at the end of the day. But I have listened to you that Professor Tedela has integrated himself, connected well, and worked with other political stakeholders from your axis. And I can also attest to that has been done. But like I said, members have listened to him. They will take their position and make it known during confirmation. On that note, Professor Tedela, please, you can step forward to take a bow and go. Thank you. Yes, Sergeant at time, can you bring in Mr. Awe Abimbola Oluwafemi? Yes, leader of the house.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, we have before us this afternoon another commissioner nominee in the person of Mr. Awe Abimbola. Dear colleagues, Mr. Speaker, you may direct him to introduce himself to this honorable house.
Well, also, dear colleagues and to people at home, you will all recall that Mr. Awe Abimbola Oluwafemi was among the commissioners' nominees then that was screened. And this house confirmed his nomination. Subsequently, Mr. Governor appointed and swearing him as a commissioner, particularly in the community development. Mr. Abimbola Oluwafemi, there is no gainsaying that really and truly you've had a very good working relationship with this house, and you have also delivered on target, because the report I have here from the committee that is oversighting your ministry when you are the commissioner, I have it before me, presented by the chairman, Mr. Honorable Faweku, sorry. And it's to the effect that you are one of the commissioners who perform excellently well. But because of the people at home, sir, I will just ask you, can you tell us 2 major achievements among others I have seen? Maybe I should put it this way. How many borehole in Hall? Because I have it from the committee that you have touched so many communities. How many boreholes were dug by your ministry? And how many community, just number, I only need figure, I want to be sure.
Right on.
Yes.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Distinguished member of the State House of Assembly, all my political leaders here present. Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon, ma. Straight to the question of Mr. Speaker. If I should start to be counting, we may not live here today.
Just give me the number. I'm not even asking you to list.
Okay.
Just the number.
We have those one that has been completed.
Completed, yes.
Yeah, we have almost 39.
39.
39.
Then if I may ask you further, sir, what of other renovation work and the rest? In how many do you have in all?
We have over 33.
33
across the state.
And completed?
Almost completed.
How many were completed? Yes, I recall that after you left, some were completed,
yeah,
so that you might not have the number of those ones. Well, let's even do this way. Yes.
Put together 23.
23 completed projects. And you have some others on the pipeline.
Almost completed.
Almost completed.
At least.
Well, dear colleagues, let's do this way. We have all these details before us, and without wasting time, as I mentioned, since he's a person that we have his own report, we have the report already. There is no point wasting our time. We can only be wasting our time on those that we don't have their reports. But we have his own report. I think we just allow Mr. Abimbola Oluwafemi Awe to take a bow and go. Please take a bow and go. Thank you. And the last person for today, but not the least, Sajidatan, bring in Mr. Fashai Kayode Omotayo. Yes, leader of the House.
Honorable Speaker and my dear colleagues, once again this afternoon.
Sorry, let me quickly announce to members that after this plenary session, there is going to be an executive session. We'll have an executive session after this plenary session. So we'll adjourn sitting, then move to executive session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and my colleagues. And for the last time today, we have the commissioner nominee in the person of Mr. Fashai Kayode Omotayo. Mr. Speaker, I hand him over to you, sir.
Mr. Fashai Kayode Omotayo. If I may recall, this is the second time you will be appearing for screening before this House. Is that correct?
Correct, sir.
And the last time, if I recall, the House found you worthy and your nomination was confirmed. And you were subsequently sworn in by the governor as a commissioner. And as a commissioner, you must have done some things. Can you tell this House, just highlight at least maybe 2 to 3 things that you did as a commissioner?
Mr. Speaker, member of the State House of Assembly, once again, my name is Kayode Fashai. As the commissioner in charge of Ministry of Education and Employment, when we came on board, the ministry being a new ministry, we were saddled with the responsibility of setting up an structure for the ministry, which took us to Lagos State, and we understudied Lagos State Ministry of Education and Employment. And today we have a running ministry with a full organogram, with the full structure. Then, during the course of our work, we were mandated to set up an intervention scheme for our teeming youth in the state. This gave birth to what we call employment. This bill, as I speak, is with the honorable members of the House of Assembly, and I'm sure by the time we came back, the bill will be passed by the honorable members of this House. The ministry also set up what we call the Labor Market Information System. This is a portal that have interface with the employer of labor and the teeming unemployed graduates from the state. And I'm happy to tell this honorable member that Ekiti State government, after Lagos State, is the only state that have this portal across the country. And with this, all our teaming youth can actually opportunity.
Well, thank you very much. Honorable Tokweloge, what can you say about the nominee before us as the chairman of the Committee on Investments?
Right, Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Lunge Temitokwe Ademola. I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with very profound respect, I want to say that in the first tour of duty of Honorable Kayode Omotayo Fashai, Mr. Kayode Omotayo Fashai, I think we can say he did creditably well, even though there is room for improvement. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that while we also know in this House of Assembly that the reward of hard work is more work, we will encourage our Honorable Commissioner designate or nominee to ensure that he gets more hands-on and also improve on the performance, the previous performance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. And I call on Honorable Member representing Iseoru, Honorable Omotayo Emmanuel Babatunde, to make, I know it's going to be a comment, so let me just allow you to make a brief comment of 1 minute.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Babatunde Omotayo. I represent the good people of Iseoru constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to express my unreserved support and comment for my brother here before us, Mr. Fashai. Mr. Speaker, I think Mr. Fashai, I can attest to his tireless efforts and support services to Ekiti State and also to my own constituency. I think Mr. Fashai has performed beyond reasonable doubt.
Are you thinking or you know? There is a difference between thinking and know.
We all know. We all know that.
If you are still thinking,
we all know that. We all know that.
Help you think through.
We all know that.
No, we don't all know.
Okay, I know myself, and all my constituency know that he has performed beyond reasonable doubt in this state. You know, he has handled the affairs of this state. He's a commissioner before now, and now he's a commissioner nominee. Mr. Speaker, without taking much of our time here, I will just urge all my colleagues and also Mr. Speaker to approve his nomination and also to let him take a bow and go. Thank you very much.
Well, you know it's possible to approve and not confirm.
And to confirm him as the commissioner. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Omotayo. Dear colleagues, I think at this junction, we will allow Mr. Fashai to take a bow and go. And I wait your confirmation. I hope you will go and pray so that we will not be thinking. Because if we are thinking, if men think through, they can decide not to. But we will think and take a decision at the end of it. Thank you very much. Let me say once again that after this plenary session, there is going to be an executive session. Leader of the House.
Today.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and my dear colleagues. The next item on our order of the day is items 5, which is adjournment. Having exhausted all these items and with the information that we will be having an executive session here after this plenary, I move a motion for the adjournment of this sitting till the next...
Till tomorrow.
Okay, I move a motion for the adjournment of this plenary sitting till tomorrow,
4th,
Thursday, December 4, 2025.
at 10 a.m.
By 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Move.
Seconder, when the motion is moved and no seconder, then it dies naturally. Then we can continue. Yes. Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, by popular demand.
The Right Honorable Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members of the House, I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, and I'm representing my constituency. I rise this afternoon to second the motion moved by the leader of the House that this sitting be adjourned to tomorrow, December 4, 2025. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
I also put the question now that those in favor that this House adjourns sitting to tomorrow, the 4th day of December 2025, press yes. And those against, press nay. Voting comments. Yeah. Yes, well, it's good. 15 people voted. 13 said yes. 2 said no. Some others decided not to vote. Nobody disenfranchised you because you don't know how to use your power. What is important is that minority will have their say, majority will have their way. And on that note, the yes, I have it, I arise.